We're back at it again, catching another video. Been a hell of a long time. And haven't had a lot of time to be doing any of this stuff. And with the tariffs going on, I haven't really been buying a whole lot. And also haven't really been pre-ordering a lot. And that has nothing to do with the tariffs. That has a lot to do with the fact that most stuff that I've purchased ends up on the bargaining bin. And I'm starting to see that pre-ordering, maybe not that great of an idea. But it's Sunday, it's snowing, got quite a bit of stuff coming out of Canada. So we're enjoying some of that Canadian weather. But speaking about Canada, alright, we got some Crystal Head here. This is out of Canada. So since we're enjoying Canadian weather, we might as well enjoy some Canadian vodka. Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, we're going to talk about something that's always kind of been on my mind. I haven't really seen a whole lot of people talk about it. I know Zuko. I think Zuko kind of touched on it a little bit, and I want to drill down a little bit more for Americans bringing stuff in from Japan. And we got a couple little examples. We'll talk about what I found, my personal experience. So, the first thing we had come in just recently is this Owari light version. And I chose this because I didn't like the coat and everything. So this here, we have this. We're gonna look at this and talk about this and everything that it does with that. So now coming out of America, I bought this from Sideshow, which is America. All right, and yeah, I could have bought this from Japan and brought it in, but I wanted to kind of see what it would be like and compare if I had bought it from Japan and shipped it in, or I bought it from an American company. What would be the cost difference? What does that look like? So I have an example of that. And also got an email because I have another Kotobukiya figure that I had. Now those were, not to stop my thought, those were ECMS, something like that. The cheapest rate. This other Kotobukiya that I just recently purchased was a Draculaura. For some reason I decided I was going to go DHL with it. Massive mistake. And we'll get into that. And then after we talk a little bit about these and the cost and everything, then we'll crack these open and have a little closer look at them, and we'll wrap that video up with that. So let's talk about Owari first. Now let's give him a little cheat sheet here. Okay, now probably somewhere around here I'll shoot up the numbers here. Okay, so the date that I actually made payment on this was November 30th. Okay, now they didn't actually ship this out till December 26th, which is damn near 30 days. And from December 26th, from the initial ship date out of Japan, the delivery date to my doorstep was January 7th. So that's what, 4 and 7, that's 11 days. All right. Okay, so then the unit cost 19,000 yen, or $122.03 American. Of course, I went with the ECM shipping, which was 8,263 yen, or $50.06 US. And then I did use, just out of interest sake, I went ahead and added this little fact. I had some points of 1,918 yen, or $12.22, which was reduced my cost down to 25,345 yen, or $162.77. Okay, so that kind of gives you the deal with that. Now, I know people were saying that this ECMS or whatever was not shipping things in the proper box, that they were literally just shipping out, putting a sticker on the damn actual box that you just seen sitting here, and or maybe some cheap bag or something, and they were shipping them out that way. I will say that mine did come in an actual Ami box with the typical, packing. So that was good to see that, and because of that, I did pay for some more things that are been sitting on back order, things that they're waiting for payments out of me. Okay. And I'll talk a little bit about that. We'll get back to that in just a second. Okay, now coming out of Sideshow is this. Now I have this sitting on a waiting to pay at Ami, because I did originally pre-order this from Ami, but I did not do that. And the reason for that is, and we'll get into that, the cost. Okay, so at Ami, the initial cost is 22,990 yen, or $147.64 US. The shipping was 8,082 yen at American 51.90. The total cost would have been 31,072 yen, or $199.54 US. Okay. Now Sideshow did something interesting. They broke this down like this. The unit cost has gone up to $160 from $147. So the cost gone up almost damn near $13. So they wanted $160 for this. They hit me with an import fee of $6.40. They taxed me $9.60. Then I had a shipping charge of $18.52. Now, that's starting to sound like things are adding up quite a lot, but you would be shocked that the total cost to my door was only $194.52, which is a $5.02 savings buying it from an American company rather than Ami. Okay. Now, I purchased this on 1/9, which was a Friday in January, on the 9th. I took them till like Monday or Tuesday to ship it out, which was the 13th. And I had it delivered 7 days later on the 20th. So it took them about 7 days to ship this to me. So I got it even quicker. So not bad. And I saved $5. Alright. And of course, no problem with that. It ships, in a decent box. Now, as far as shipping and these tariffs and things go, I'm not going to get political on this, and I'm not going to really say a whole lot, if anything, really on the subject. I kind of see both sides of the quarter on this. Because I come from a time where I knew where a lot of things were being manufactured in America and things like that, and companies have gone out and started getting manufacturing things outside the United States, and that's not good for the United States. It really hurts us in times of need, such as like COVID, when it came time that we needed medicine and medical supplies, and now we're dependent on other countries to do this. Just certain things, we should just be doing this ourselves, And so I get that aspect of it. Now, a lot of toys and plastic things, this type of stuff has never been manufactured in America since I've known as a kid. Every time I've been a kid and I've had toys, they've all said, Japan, Malaysia, China, So, unfortunately, this gets wrapped up in that whole big umbrella of what he's trying to accomplish, the administration. So it is an unfortunate thing that we have to deal with, but like I say, I kind of get where he's coming from. So it is what it is. So unfortunately. Before we open this up, I want to talk a little bit about the Monster High Kotobukiya piece I just recently purchased. Okay, so let's see. Let's start off with the unit price was $18,810 at $120.80. The shipping was 9,519 yen, or $61.13 US. Okay. The total order was 28,329 yen at a total cost of $181.93. Or at least I thought so. At least I thought so. Well, I just got a dang message, and it was late in the game because I don't really check my emails that often. So I finally looked at my emails, and thank God I did. I had a final notice from DHL that I had import duties to pay on this figure. And if I didn't pay it within the end of this date, it was heading back to Japan. So luckily I was able to do that. It was a little bit of a pain in the butt. I'm not great with computers and all this other kind of whatnot, but I managed. Import duty of $42.84. So when you add that to the $181.93, it comes up to $244.77. So to anybody shipping things in from to America from Japan, from Ami, whatever, absolutely, positively do not ship it DHL. Because they're going to stick the proverbial weenie up in you, all right? And that's no joke, because that's crazy, because I'm damn near paying the price of the actual item as it would have been, I'm paying double. I must have just bought it from an like Sideshow or Big Bad Toy Store or something like that. Give my money to an American company. Let them make a little bit of money or something. I don't know. It's crazy. So, I don't know. And then, getting back to the whole, where I think things are going with things, Ami's got to be, Solaris, they got to be hurting. They got to be hurting. And I know this because normally if you don't pay your outstanding figures off, they're gone. You can't get them. They'll make a mark against you. They keep rolling mine over. I still got 4 more I haven't paid for like 2 months. And they just leave them on my account, hoping I'm going to pay for them. Why? Nobody else is buying them. They're already on the used, they're already getting ready to get bargain binned, So I think possibly, and I still feel that what's going to end up happening, they ain't going to be able to take so much of a loss as this inventory keeps piling up. And sitting there, they got to sell it. It's going to have to get marked down. The manufacturers of these, Kotobukiya, Alter, all these, they're going to have to realize they've been gouging the hell out of us customers for the last few years, and they're just going to have to cut back on their prices to offset the cost of these import duties, or they're going to be out of business. Plain and simple. If things cost too much, and the United States is probably the main places buying a lot of this stuff, and it ain't happening because of imports, the price, the cost of shipping, you're going to lose a lot of business. So I'm fingers crossed. I hope I'm right on this, that we may potentially see prices finally come down on these figures because they just can't sell them at the rate and quantity that they used to. And I don't see a lot of people that I watch, usually, because I watch YouTubers too, I don't see them doing a whole lot of haul videos anymore. All this is kind of stopped. And it's all due to these tariffs. And if it continues, I can see where you know, things are going to have to get, cost-wise, going to have to come down. So we'll see how that goes. So fingers crossed, costs come down, and it creates a balance. Even though you got to pay these import duties and all this, it still costs what the figures would have cost prior to all this, because they gotta figure out a way of leveling that playing field. So we'll see. Anyway, enough of me gabbing. Let's open this Owari up real quick. See what we got. Got ye old buck. Okay. Let's see what we have here. All right. Okay. So now, looks like this might be, okay, it's got a separate base. We have a separate brown base with 2 metal pegs. And I'm going to take a second to show you some of the other things I've done. I did take time to build another Rudsta. I went down to my basement and pulled another Rudsta up and built that. So, okay. We'll take a minute and take a little peek over at that. Woohoo! Alright, it pops off and there goes the plastic wrap. And that's it. Yeah. Oh yeah. She rather cheeky, come on. Whew, she booby. Ah, my goodness. Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, I have the other Owari where she's on the little bed or water float or whatever the heck it may be, you know. I didn't pay for that because of the shipping costs. To me, it just seemed kind of outrageous. And I still may get it. I don't know. We'll see. So far, Ami's extended me to the end of January. Will they make it go into February? We'll see. But yeah, this is really nice. And we'll do a close spin of her. Yeah, I love the detail in her braids in her hair. Pretty smile on her face. Outfit looks killer. Looks like she has a nice shading on her. Body sculpt, come on now. Looks good. Hair's got some values in it, so yeah. It's a real nice figure. Got a little gold tone down on her bottom of her boots. Or is that shoes? Shoes, sorry, she's wearing stockings and shoes. Yeah. Yeah, she's nice, man. So we're going to have a closer spin of that later. So let's go ahead and open up the Vampirella. Now she does have, before I go too far ahead of myself, let's see, she does have, and I'm probably not going to swap it out, but she does have a, well, maybe I will. She's got a tongue sticking out face. Not sure what that's about. Not really a fan of that. I wouldn't display her like that. Personal choice. Alright, let's get that there. Another swig of some birch beer. Alright. Alright, let's open up this. Now, I'm a massive Vampirella fan. If it's Vampirella, you can almost guarantee I'm buying it. Oh, my goodness. What the hell? I thought I just sharpened this knife. Obviously not a good enough job. Alright, let's open this up. This is should be a pretty easy deal here. These are often sitting on a screwed to a base, so it's just a simple thing to pull it out and okay, pull her out. Okay. Let's have a look at that. Oh yeah, she's cool. Of course, I'm biased. I love everything Vampirella, so I absolutely love this. This is tits, man. Fuck yeah, this is awesome. Oh yeah. Oh, I love how they got the little bat. Looks like he's in flight, but they've cleverly attached it to one of her hair, so it gives the illusion that it's in flight. That's pretty neat. Hell yeah. Yeah. That is badass. I love Kotobukiya Basojo line. I love their take on a lot of stuff. Yeah. That's just kind of why I got the Draculaura, and I don't have the what have I bought? I've gotten the Jason. They did a redo of the Jason and the Freddy, and I think I missed. I still got to get it. I think I missed out on the Chucky. Yeah, but I want to get that one. I do want to get that one. So cool. Let me take a second. Let's make some measurements here because I haven't done that yet. Okay, we're going to do a little measurement here. This thing is standing at 8. I'm going to give it 8 3/4 of an inch to the top of her wrist, which is the highest point. I would say side to side. Looks like her knee sticks out more than anything. I'll go 4. Go 4 5/8, 4 3/4, side to side, front to back. Call it 3 3/4. Should be plenty. So there's your measurements on Vampirella. Let's bring back Owari back here to the scene of the crime. And get that. Okay, the base. I did not give you the base. I usually do that. See, I've been such a long time I forget my own thing. Alright, I got 5 1/4 inch base. Looks like she pretty much stays in the confines of that. That might stick out. Yeah, I still think she stays within the confines of that. With her hands out, she's still staying within that 5 1/4. Let me look straight. Yeah, she's... her fingertip may come out just a smidge. Yeah, well, this hand comes out quite a bit, so... Yeah, it's 5 3/4, so you're gonna... This hand here comes out probably more than any. Just the fingertips over here. Okay, total overall height with the base. Let me try to get it over here. We're gonna go 10 3/4 to the top of the horns, and without the base, just her as a character. 10 1/2. So this base was about 1/4 inch thick. So there you go, 10 3/4 overall with the base on it. Yeah. All right. So let's get on with that 360 spin. Okay, let's do a 360 spin. Let's go in for that portrait. That's a real good looking portrait. We'll take a closer look at everything. All the braids in her hair. Gold tone chain on her shoes. The outfit looks really good. Do a 360 spin real close like this. I really don't have a lot of time. I'm trying to make this video kind of quick. Alright, there's our Owari, the light equipment version, and I chose this version over the other one because I even though the coat that they had on it looked really good, went with the outfit well. It just, to me, covered up too much of the figure, and I really wanted to appreciate the sculpt and everything. So, and I think the other, a lot of these things, with Yaz or Lane and stuff, I don't usually go for the battleship parts and things of that nature because I think it takes away from the figure, and that's really what I want to see. So, anyway, other than that, it's a great figure. Looks really good. I would recommend it. All right, let's have a look at that Vampirella real quick. Really dig this one. This is definitely cool. Love all the breakup in the hair and stuff here. Looks really good. And that bat, as I said, the bat hanging from her hair strand. Nice touch that it makes it look like it's in flight. That's really cool. Let's go in for that portrait. Yeah, real nice. Kotobukiya does such a good job with their, I don't know who designs their character and the portraits that they do. I think they really look good. Yeah. We'll just do a spin like this real quick. We'll drop it down and just kind of look at it overall. Okay, and that's the 360 spin on the Vampirella from Kotobukiya. It's part of the Basojo line. If you're a fan of Vampirella, a must-have. If you're trying to collect a lot of the horror, Kotobukiya Basojo horrors, would fit well with that. Would fit well with any kind of vampire, things of that nature. That's like I said, I got the Draculaura coming in from, because to me, it kind of fits with it, even though they're two different characters, two different franchises and stuff, but I think it kind of fits. So anything horror related or vampire related or anything like that just could easily fit in with, so I would definitely recommend it. Okay, just a quick sneak peek at my new Rudsta that I put together. look into that more later, but there it is. Okay, well, that's a wrap on this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and maybe subscribe. I know I've not been putting out a lot of videos lately, but I'm still here. I'm still doing it. So we'll catch you on the flip. Later.